So, I've been trying not to do this video for a while. I have been Arsenaled all out from that performance against West Ham, whereby everybody's trying to tell me that, we made a comeback. We made it, we made it 3-3. It's a good performance, Neomis. No, no, it's not. It's not a good performance. West Ham scored three, Arsenal scored one, and West Ham scored two goals for us. That's how bad we was. And then you start to think, surely it cannot get any worse. And then this past weekend, you see a performance like that against Liverpool. And you start to think, these lot can definitely, it can't be. I've seen all the stats. I've had time to think about it, digest everything, analyze, and then come to you guys with this video here. And I know I am not over exaggerating when I can tell you this right now, is that Arteta is not going to make it. These players, the whole attacking lineup, the midfield's non-existent in the game against Liverpool. We have Slavia Prague in 2 days. And in 2 days, European glory is on the line. They come to Arsenal, so which means that they have to attack. They have to get away goals. That's how the mindset should be. And Arsenal need to score as well, because I don't trust Arsenal. Like, second leg being in Slavia Prague, anything could happen. Arsenal need to bury this game on Thursday. Let's get a nice 2-3 goal cushion, preferably 3 goal cushion is what Arsenal need in my opinion. But the most important thing has to come from the performance on the pitch. It's one thing to score goals, but if the performance on the pitch is bad, and bad like what I saw, not just against West Ham, but shockingly against Liverpool, then we have got major work to do. Major. Now, I could talk to you about transfers going on right now, and all the rumours with, there was a story about Saka, I think it was yesterday, which, if you read it fully, it's the way how it's written is more like an opinion piece rather than actual fact. Rumours on Hakan Çalhanoğlu being linked with Arsenal, which I can understand. Like, his contract is running out at the end of the season. You have to say that Arsenal have to be trying to look at these players, because we're not in a position to be able to deciding. We don't want to look at free players. We need free players. We need loan players. We need to be looking at the academy. That has to be the way forward, at the very least in the short term. Arsenal just do not have the funds to be able to compete with the big boys. So we have to do what the likes of Leicester have done, in short, the way of Tottenham have kind of done, even though they've kind of tailed off now. But definitely Leicester, the way how they've done with, academy, buying well. And it's so important that we have to buy well. But before we even get to that, you have to look at the players that are out on the pitch. And against Slavia Prague, we're going to need to be able to do that. We have to. I cannot stress this enough. All my previous videos have been talking about how Europa League is our best way forward. I've been saying it from the start of the season that the Europa League was our only really viable option way forward for Arsenal. In that, I just didn't think that we would get into top four. And now it even looks like we won't even be playing Europa League football next season unless we win this competition. But we have to have an improved performance. We've got injuries out, so my understanding is that Kieran Tierney is out, at least for the first leg of Slavia Prague. David Luiz is out, possibly for the whole season. I mean, you would have to say that even if he wasn't out for the whole season, whereby, let's say he's back in like a month, surely he's not going to be at 100%. He might be healthy, but he's not going to be match fit for a month, so he's out. Granit Xhaka missed the last game against Liverpool. Not sure if he's going to be back against Slavia Prague. If it means that we have to play Dani Ceballos in midfield, who was like terrible against Liverpool, shocking, absolutely shocking, then we need to work something else out. Bring someone in through the academy, because Arteta's basically loaned out every other player that we could potentially play in that midfield. You can make an argument that maybe you play someone like an Odegaard in central midfield. He did so when he was at Real Sociedad, and him and Thomas Partey in that midfield would do very well. And then maybe you put Pepe at the 10 or Willian at the 10. You find a way to make it work. But for me, Ceballos is not the answer. Like, thank you for your effort, but see you later back to Madrid, Ceballos. Just not good enough. Absolutely not good enough for Dani Ceballos. Right back, probably going to have to be Bellerin. I guess Cedric will probably be at left back. Knowing Arteta, he'll probably go with someone like Thomas Partey, and he's got to change it to El Nene in that midfield. Like, that midfield is much better. And then my guess is that Saka on the right, I think he should be back. Odegaard at the 10. Smith Rowe at left wing, because clearly doesn't like Martinelli. And then he's probably going to go with Aubameyang up top, because in his eyes, Aubameyang can't do anything wrong. Which is unfortunate, because Aubameyang's performance on Saturday was terrible. Terrible. And I get it. I saw the heat map. Like, he had to do a lot of tracking back, and I know he doesn't like doing tracking back, but that's what you have to do. You can't just be a goal scorer. And it's a shame, because it means that the performance on Saturday just was terrible against Liverpool. And it doesn't look good. And Gary Neville said it, like, it doesn't look good. It looks like they've downed tools. Like, they've all decided we're not going to do what the manager says. Even Arteta came out and said that he was shocked. He was shocked. I was shocked. So if he can come out and say he was shocked, that means that the inmates are running the asylum right now. And I can honestly say, Arteta, I blame you for that. And I blame you for that even more so, because when you had the opportunity to play the kids, you have alienated and ostracized the kids to one side. The Nketiahs, the Martinellis, the Reece Nelson, the Joe Willocks, who scored on the weekend, by the way, against Spurs. Well done to Joe Willock. But the rest of them, he's alienated them, ostracized them, to the point where if you bring them into the team now, do you really think that they're going to perform? Reece Nelson on the bench, Nketiah on the bench. Why didn't you make a substitution? Why aren't these players coming on? I would have gotten rid of the whole front line. All of them. Aubameyang, immediately, you're coming off. Put on Martinelli there. And I know he did eventually come on, but far, far, far too late. Why are you only giving him 20 minutes? Like, this is the thing that it really annoys me about Arteta. I just... Why? Mikel, why? Like, we as fans, we need answers. And I know this has been a bit of a rant, and it should have been more as like a preview for the Slavia Prague game. But I'm tired. I'm tired of seeing this. I'm tired of seeing us not even perform. Like, I can accept a loss. I don't want to, but I can accept a loss. When players just try and give 100%. Do you not understand that? Get these players to give 100% and try, because that is the bare minimum all fans require. If you could try and fail, then you know what? You could say, well, at least we tried. Which is, again, the standard level has dropped, because trying and failing 5 years ago was not good enough. It wasn't good enough. Squadran Mustafi tried and failed all the time. We saw he wasn't good enough. Yeah, he had some good games here and there, but he tried and failed. That's where we've gotten to. And it just isn't good enough. And against Slavia Prague, we have to fix it. So I'm not going to give a prediction saying what I think it's going to be. I'm telling you this right now. Arsenal, it has to be 3-0. No excuses. 3-0. I don't want to see anything else. 3-0. That's what it has to be. So, guys, leave your comments below. What do you think was going to be the prediction? Yeah, not looking forward to it. But right now, I'm just in hope, real hope, that we're going to manage to kind of change things around, change our fortunes around, and hope that we manage to win this competition.